How to get more listings this year. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down 5 very creative, very simple, yet insanely effective things that you can do right now in order to get more sellers this year. Because we all know that right now, especially with how crazy the market is, the name of the game is listings. It always has been, it always will be, but more so now than ever because of how hot the market is. You want to be getting on the listing side of things. And these 5 things are going to be easy for you to do, implement very quickly, and they're going to work incredibly well. If you don't know who I am, my name is Mike Sherrard with eXp Realty. I train thousands of agents every year to scale their business the modern way with social media, marketing, content, personal branding, and all that good stuff. But in this video, we're going to be talking about production and 5 things you can do in order to get more sellers coming directly to you this year. So the first thing that you can do, and this has worked for a ton of agents in my organization at eXp, is posting about the successes you had last year, right? So we're in 2022 now and talking about the successes you had in 2021, doing a post of all of the happy clients that you serviced. One of the best things you can do, and we'll overlay a photo here that I always talk about, which is that I used to have this big, massive sold sign when I was focusing on production that my clients would hold every time I would help them buy or sell a property. And what this did was you get their excitement, their emotions, and the best thing to do is then create a collage at the end of the year or even every month of all the clients that you worked with holding this big happy sign with all their excitement, their kids, their families, whatever. I mean, it's a great way to, again, focus on UGC or user generated content because people relate to emotions much more than just showing a sold property with a banner on it. But when you get actual people, people connect with people. People do not connect with photos of properties. So by doing something that, again, whether it be a highlight reel on video, Instagram Reels, TikTok, something like that, or just focusing on making a photo post like a collage, this is a great way to demonstrate why other people are going to work with you because of how many others were incredibly happy working with you in the last year. Number 2 is a creative one that I always used to do, and this is leveraging your CRM, which is point number 1, in order to send out an annual, no obligation home evaluation. And a lot of people are going to say, well, Mike, home evaluations are useless. You even say they're useless in your videos. Yeah, I do, except for this one case, because what I would do is I would phrase the email and I would send this out to my database every year, and I would do it not in a way pushing for a home evaluation. I would do it in a way where, again, it was pushing for an annual review. And what I would say in this email is just, hey, John Smith, just wanted to check up with you. Hope you had a great holiday, Christmas with the family, New Year's Eve, all that kind of good stuff. But I just wanted to, reach out because I'm doing my annual home reviews for all of my past clients. And I just wanted to see if you're okay with me showing how much your property could be worth this year in case you're thinking of making any sort of decisions or just to know. And what this would do is it would take it from a very intentional salesy approach of, I want to do a home evaluation so you can sell your house, to more, hey, I'm doing this for everybody. Not just you specifically, I'm doing it so that you have your finger on the pulse of what your property could sell for in case you're making a decision or just if you want to know. And by doing it that way, it was more value driven instead of selfish, it was selfless. And it was incredible to see how many people actually took that bait and wanted home evaluations, which right now, once they see how much their home is worth, could be a pretty good opportunity to get a ton of listings. Number 3 is a creative one as well, which is starting to set aside a budget for ways to get in front of people in a less pushy or salesy way. Let me explain here. This is doing things like, for example, looking at the holidays coming up throughout the year, right? You've got Easter, Valentine's Day, you've got Thanksgiving. Again, I'm not saying specifically culture has different holidays and stuff, but just generically speaking, there's very pillar holidays that many in North America know about. And one of the things you can do is like pie drives, right? On Thanksgiving, giving out free apple pies and pumpkin pies, on Thanksgiving for, your clients and all of their friends. And you can start to do pumpkin drives. You can do a rose drive on, Valentine's Day and give bouquets of roses to all of your clients, or allow them to take them from you for free, right? And this is kind of the approach, is giving them for free, and that allows them to get in front of you, again, because when they come pick up that pie, they're going to see you there and you're going to catch up and you're going to be small talking. It's a really great value driven way to get in front of them. Now, a couple ways you can go deeper is if you start to do things like events, right? So what we used to do at our past brokerage is photos with Santa so you could skip the line. That worked incredibly well, with followed by a movie for the kids, Christmas movie. We would also do things like, a summer barbecue, which worked really well because, again, it's pulling everybody together during a time where it's a lot more casual. And one of the things you can do if you really want to go to the next level is host a client appreciation party and get people to try and bring a couple friends. Make it casual, have some drinks, have some good food, and play some games and just make it fun. And it's a great way to, again, set aside a budget to get yourself in front of people in a way that is not pushy, not salesy, and not real estate specific, so that you can start to build relationships with new people while simultaneously continue to nurture the clients that you already have. Number 4 is leveraging intent-based marketing. Marketing is free and it's essential. Advertising is paid and it's a luxury. You do not have to advertise in order to build a strong business, meaning you don't have to do paid lead generation. You do have to market. It is essential. It's a non-negotiable. This is things like YouTube, content, marketing, right? So things that are free that can scale, because things like video, let me break you down for a second and why, we've had agents in their first year do up to 87 deals in their first year as a new agent in a new market, entirely free through YouTube. It's insanity. And the reason being is because of 3 things. It's intent-based, it's evergreen, and it's efficient, meaning that it gives you leverage. So let's unpack those. Intent-based. When people are looking on Google and YouTube, they're looking for answers. It is an intent-based platform where they're going with the intent of getting some sort of answer, right? That's why about 70% of searches on YouTube start with the phrase how to, right? How to sell a house, how to move to this market, things like that. So it's very intent-based compared to interest-based platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, where people are going there to find things that are just interesting. They're not looking so much to find solutions. Now, it's evergreen, meaning that it lives there forever, because if you properly optimize a YouTube video, it is basically prospecting for you 24/7, 365 days a year, which gives you scale, right? And this is why if you look at some of, the agents in our group and you break down the amount of views that are getting per day on their channel, they're essentially prospecting like 4 weeks per day with their videos in front of potential clients. You cannot compete with that if you do it manually through traditional prospecting, right? Because you might at best put in a couple hours a day, maybe consistently, but most can't do it. So the last part is it gives you leverage, right? It's scalable and it gives you something that's efficient because it's one-to-many versus one-to-one like traditional prospecting or even paid lead generation. And number 5, wrapping it up, is one of my favorites, which is just simply leveling up your personal brand. If you look at any of the agents in my organization that went from doing average price point to luxury, or doing, 5 million in production to 30 million in production in 1 year, they all leveled up their personal brand. They show up different, they dress different, they look different, they have higher quality content, they're more consistent with their content, they put out better content, and they're very focused on having clear, concise, compelling, and credible content that they're putting out there that is in alignment with the quality of the brand, that aligns with the clients they want to serve. So if you want to get more listings and higher price point listings, you have to remove your own hat and think unselfishly about how you are being perceived and judged by others. Because unfortunately, the reality is everybody judges everybody. And if you want to get on a higher price point, you might want to look at how you're dressing. You might want to look at the quality of content you're putting out there. You might want to look at the cadence of the content, and you want to be a living demonstration as to why people should work with you, and your content and your quality and your brand should speak volumes for itself. So all in all, those are 5 things you can do that are very easy to do, but work very effectively in order to get more listings heading into this year and throughout the year, because I want to see you guys crush it, and I want to see clients, sellers coming directly to you. So if you have any other questions, just drop a comment below. Thanks so much for tuning in. As always, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.